today we're talking about how to confirm someone is a scammer. What are the questions you can ask? What are some preventative things you can do? Because I did a video on the signs that someone is a scammer, but someone can start to show those signs, but they're actually not a scammer. Maybe there's someone actually interested in that kind of investment and they got so excited. So how do you really know if someone's a scammer? Well, there are 3 things you can look out for and do, all right? Number 1 is redirection. So when someone brings up their high interest in, let's say, cryptocurrency. Once again, this could be any investment, by the way. I'm using crypto as an example because that's what I did with my last video, and this has become more popular across the board for people to do. So with crypto, let's say she starts talking about how amazing it is, how she loves it, and then the sign that someone's a scammer, right, is when she tries to tell you that you should do it. Now, someone can still do that because they just care and they want to share the wealth or share the experience. It's just like when someone says, I love snowboarding, you should go. We should do that sometime. I'll teach you, right? But obviously you don't think that that's a scammer. They're just trying to have an experience with you. So how do you make sure she's not a scammer if she does that? Well, you redirect. You stay stern in what you believe, then you redirect the conversation. So if she says you should do it, you can respond very straightforward and say, I'm not interested in it right now. That's it. I'm not that person, or that's not what's right in front of me right now. I just have a lot of other things, or I'm comfortable where I'm at. I'm good. So how was your event this past Saturday? So you kind of switch it out of that topic to see if she accepts your answer and then continues the conversation in another direction. If she does that, great. If for some reason she brings it back to crypto again in another day and saying how you should do it, why don't you do it? And once again, it feels a little pressuring, right? Why does she care so much about where your money is going? That is your money, right? So you're already starting to be a little concerned. And so the last thing I would do if she does that a second time is saying, look, you already brought this up once. I'm already kind of concerned that I have to do this again, but I'm telling you, that's not something that I want to do right now. And if this is something you want me to do, I'm not interested in it. I'm interested in getting to know you and to date. So, if you don't want to continue talking to me because of so, that's fine. But I would appreciate it if this isn't brought up again, and see what she says. If she just says, okay, and then never texts you again, you already know. But sometimes people are a little pushy and they may say a second time, but if you make that known, then, at that point, she'll let it go and then date her and see if you guys connect. And normally women would respect your boundaries. All right, so that's the first thing. So redirection, being stern, redirect. Tell her, no, thank you, I don't want to, and redirect the conversation. The second thing that's really important to do is get the date. And if not in-person date, because people do get busy, a video date. Scammers do not want to show their face. They will call you, but they will not show their face. So really, really don't consider any investment or putting your money into anything until you actually see her, meet her in person, hopefully, because that's when you can really see if she's connecting with you and if there is chemistry, because that's obviously important in any of this. And true scammers, in this case, especially in the crypto world like this, who are really extorting a lot of money from you, never show face. They will always make an excuse. And if anything, they will hook you still and breadcrumb you by saying you'll go on a date maybe the next 2 weeks or so, but it's vague. And if you ask for a video date, they may get very defensive and say, we're not there yet. I'm not comfortable with you yet. Which quite honestly doesn't make sense, right? So if that's the case, honestly, in the dating perspective too, scammer or not, I would say let that go. Because if a person's really interested in you, they'll make it work. And if they can't actually see you, then they'll still schedule it and they'll tell you what's going on, what events. But a FaceTime, a video call, it's not that hard. If they can get on a phone call, they can get on a video call. So if someone is really being defensive and not wanting to do that, let it go. That's a really big sign she's a scammer. Or a really big catfish, that's one too. But either way, you wouldn't want either one, right? So make sure you get the video date and the in-person date. Obviously, and then of course when you guys meet and you actually realize she's a cool person, maybe she talks about investments later down the road, but that's like any relationship, right? It tends to happen. You share a lot of your interests together. But what matters is that you actually know her, see her, and usually when you see her in person, you can see a little bit more of her energy and how she is. Last one, number 3, is to make sure to do your research. Do your research. If you don't know about the market, if you don't know about real estate or some projects that she's asking you to invest in, research how it actually works. Do your research, and if you empower yourself to actually do it, you'll realize you'll find the answer. You'll also realize that things aren't really connecting, like something is not making sense, right? And then that's when you can challenge her. Take all the knowledge you gain, challenge her with questions. Ask her, wait, how legitimate is this? Because where's the company from in this? Why do you have 2 platforms to exchange crypto when the normal platforms have 1? Ask the challenging questions, and I guarantee you, if she's a scammer, she's going to get very defensive, gaslight you, blame it on you, say that you don't trust her anymore. And quite honestly, at that point, if she answers that way, just block her and let it go. That's a sign. All right, they don't like that. They don't like it when they realize you're getting smart, right? But sometimes some people don't need to do that. They already know someone's a scammer, so they block them. But in those cases, it's really interesting to see how they respond when they recognize you're actually knowledgeable and they messed with the wrong person. Well, that's the tests and questions that you can do. I hope this doesn't happen to you guys. They're out there, but and it's unfortunate that they are, but I hope you know that with online dating, there's mostly real people there. Mostly real people with good hearts who want a relationship. So I hope that doesn't jade you to knowing that. I'm someone who met my fiance online. I'm not a scammer. So just remember, and I hope this doesn't prevent you from finding opportunity, finding dates, and know that you have the power and control to give away your money or to fall for these scammers, right? So just know that you have the power. Take on what you just learned, execute, test it, see if she's a scammer, and make sure you don't get into these situations. All right, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time.